Hi everyone, quick video to update the one I did previously for creating your own YouTube API. I think a couple of the steps may have been slightly incorrect, so as I said, just a quick update. This is to fix the YouTube has exceeded its daily limits message that lots and lots of people seem to be getting because the YouTube add-on is just being overused in the coding community. So if you create your own, you won't have the problem. So first things first, if you go to a website called console.cloud.google.com and register an account on there, you can use your existing Google account. Probably not the best idea. You want to keep your personal Google stuff away from Kodi, unless it's your own Kodi, obviously. So once you've done that, you'll get your dashboard screen. Yours will look slightly different just at the top of the screen. Where mine says Kodi Help YouTube API, yours will probably just say Project. If you click on that, and then click Create Project, and it'll ask you for a project name. So we'll call this one YouTube Kodi, and it will create. You click Create, it will create the project. It will take you to the next screen automatically once it's finished. You don't need to worry about moving on. You just need to be patient. You can tell it's working by the little spinny in the top right hand corner, so just wait for it. It'll move you on. Okay, so on the dashboard for the project that we've just created, YouTube Kodi, towards the bottom of the screen you'll see Use Google APIs. If you click on that, wait for the page to load, and then down the left hand side we have Dashboard Library Credentials. Click Library, and it loads the Google API screen. So select the YouTube API, which is on the right hand side, and you want YouTube Data API. And you'll see on the next screen some blue text that says Enable at the top of the screen. If you click Enable, okay, so the API is essentially kind of enabled and whatever, so we just need to get credentials, which is your keys and your shared secrets and that kind of thing. So if we click on Credentials, and in the middle of the screen you have Create Credentials. So click on that, and the first one you want is API key, and what we're going to do is we're going to go through each one and then we'll copy them to a notepad which I opened before I started the tutorial. So if I click API key, it will create it, as you can see, and we can then click copy on the right and we can paste it into notepad. I know you can probably see, well, you can see these APIs. Please don't use them. I'm going to delete them. Just create your own. It takes minutes. So create that one. So we'll close that. On the Create Credentials blue button again, click OAuth Client ID. It will say to create, and you must first set product name. So configure consent screen, and we'll give it Kodi YouTube or whatever. It doesn't really matter all that much, and then click Save. Okay, click Other, and in the name box call it Kodi, and click Create. Okay, that will then give you the final two codes you need. So one is the client ID, so if you click Copy again, and the same with the client secret, just copy that. And you want to keep these somewhere safe. Okay, so from the API key and the cloud platform point of view, we're done. So now you need to go to Kodi. I've installed YouTube already. I installed it from the Kodi add-on repo, so you can get it from there if you don't already have it. I'm assuming you do if you're following this video. So the version I've installed is 5.3.6. So when you open YouTube, this is one step that I can't actually do because the account I'm using, I can't log into the email account right now. The server's down or something. So you would click and sign in, and you'd register the account that you've used, and you're activating it with the online YouTube. So go to youtube.com/activate, do it on any device. It's a lot the same as enabling a tracked account or enabling Real Debrid. You pop the code in, it kind of confirms it. You do that. I think you do it twice. But anyway, I'll cancel that. And for this, we're going to go into Settings and across to API. And we're going to tick the Enable Personal API Keys under API Key, and we'll go back to our document. And we copy the ones that I've just created. Done. Same with the API ID, and then the secret. And click done, and then OK. And that's it now using your API. We can go in, you can see obviously YouTube is still working. It will load channels. Internet's not particularly great here today, but you can clearly see that it is doing what it's meant to do. Just pick anything. Okay, so theoretically that should be signed into the account you used to register and using the API key, and still working. So just one last thing before I sign off. Once you've created it and you've registered it in your account, you go back to your Google Cloud Platform and go to your dashboard, and on the front screen you have a traffic kind of screen print. You want to get a bit more information about that, you can see just further down the screen with the only enabled API we use in the YouTube Data API. If you see there, you can see how many requests, how many errors, error ratio, latency, etc., etc. So it just gives you a bit of information about what's going on with your YouTube account and your YouTube API. So if you're a builder, you can see kind of how many requests it's had in 12 hours, how many it's had in 30 days, just so you can keep an eye on things. You can expand it out to show more. Just a nice little feature that you wouldn't have had using somebody else's key. So that's pretty much it from me. I hope you found it useful. Any questions, as per usual, ask on the wall. I'll be happy to answer. Thanks a lot.